Hi, this is Tanya, and I'd like to welcome you to the Zone 2 Orientation Meet and Greet. Because you were unable to do a live meet and greet, we are instead having you listen to a recorded one. The goal of the meet and greet is for you to get a better understanding of what will be happening once you have completed orientation and are ready to begin your regular coursework. I will also be talking some about the program expectations and requirements, and we will talk about some social media connections that you can join that can give you more tools to succeed in our program. As an online student, you can work online any time of the day or night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please get out your phone calendar or a paper calendar and write down the times you plan to work online each week. I know your schedule may change week to week, but make a plan for each week and do your best to stick with it. We do have a requirement that our students work online at least 5 hours each week, but many of our students have found great success doing 5 or more hours. Some of them do 10, some of them do 15 a week. Do as many as you can. Each hour you spend studying gets you 1 hour closer to completing your goals. As questions come up while you're working, please email me for help. This slide shows you my typical work schedule. You can email me any time of the day or night, but please note that I typically answer emails during my regular work hours. I will also be giving you a texting number that you can use to contact me in just a bit. I would like you to copy the information that is on this slide. What most of my students do is they take a quick picture of it with their cell phone. If you have a camera on your cell phone, please do that. If you don't, go ahead and copy this information on paper. I just want you to have it somewhere other than on your desktop or laptop. So in the event that something happens with your computer, you can't access anything on there, you do have a way to contact me. The main way you're always going to contact me is through my email address that is listed on this slide. You will also note that there's a phone number on this slide. That does not go directly to me, but it goes to our main Mo Learns office, which you are welcome to call in the event that you cannot reach me by email. You can also call that number if you are having some difficulties with your home computer. The staff there may be able to help you with those issues. And again, I am going to be giving you a direct texting number for a text that will come to me in just a bit. And here's that texting number that I was telling you about. I have a Remind app on my phone that I use, and you can also download that app onto your phone. If you can't download apps on your phone, you can still use this as you can still sign up and use this as a texting number. This app is 100% free, and it's free to text me at any time through this app. So to get this set up, what you're going to do is you're going to text the number 81010. The message that you're going to send to that number is at Mo Learn. Notice there's no S at the end of there. It's just at Mo Learn. And then you're going to click send on your phone. This is going to give you access to my Remind class. My Remind class is called Mo Learns. And what's going to happen is the app is going to prompt you to put in your first and last name. Please don't use a nickname. Use the first and last name that you use to enroll in this class so I know exactly who you are. And at that point, you should be set up. If you want to send me a quick text that says I got signed up, that would be fantastic. This is a really nice way to be able to contact me quickly if needed. Let's say you're going into test and you forgot your testing ticket. You could quickly text me and let me know. Or if you've been emailing me and it doesn't seem like I'm answering you, you could send me a quick text that says, hey, Tanya, I sent you an email. Can you please check it out? I'm working on these problems. I don't understand them. It's just another option and another great way to get in contact with me. This one's completely optional. If you already have a Facebook account, we do have a Mo Learn study group that has a closed page on Facebook. When I say closed page, what that means is that only the people that have joined this group, yes, you do have to ask to join, only the people that have joined this group can see the information that is on this page. The people that have joined this group are only our MoLearn students and our MoLearns teachers. So this is a nice resource for those of you, especially that work in the evenings or on the weekends. You can post math problems on here. You can ask other students questions. It's a nice way to communicate with other students and other teachers in our program. Again, completely optional. Don't join Facebook just to be part of this group, but if you already have an account on Facebook, please look for us at Mo Learns Study Group. It's spelled exactly as it shows up there in the search bar, and you will have to ask to join. Right now, you should be either completely done with your orientation or almost done with your orientation. Once you have completed all of the orientation and you have listened to this meet and greet, your next step will be for you to send me an email telling me that you're completely done, and then we are going to go on to your next step. All of your assignments from this time forward are going to come to you from me in an email. The only place you're going to look for your new assignments are in emails from me. Sometimes when you log into Canvas, it will prompt you to, it'll say, hey, you need to do this next. Please ignore that. And remember that if you are looking for an assignment to do or you don't know what to do next, you need to find that last assignment email from me and follow the instructions there. I'll be sending you an email shortly after you finish orientation, and that first email is going to look like this one up here on the slide. It's a little bit longer. It's going to give you step-by-step instructions on your first new assignment. The first assignment I give you will be a little bit shorter just because I want you to get your feet wet and make sure that you understand exactly what you're doing. Once you finish this first assignment, you'll email me, tell me how you did on it, report your score to me, and then I will send you another new assignment. From this point forward, your assignments will all be given in week blocks. I'll tell you, you have 1 week to complete them, and they'll be a little bit longer. Usually you'll have between 2 and 4 different assignments to do. This is an example of a weekly assignment that I send my students to do. So the instructions say, please complete this next group of assignments within 1 week. As always, take notes. You should always be taking notes through any work that you're doing. Go to Walmart or go to the dollar store, get some notebooks, get some pens, pencils, highlighters, and know that as you're going through the worksheets on the computer, you should be taking notes on everything you read. As practice problems come up, you should be doing those practice problems in your notebook. And then once you're done with all the assignments that I gave you, for example, on this one, you can see 3 different assignments. There's Introduction to Fractions assignment, there's a grammar assignment, and there's a science assignment. Once you've done all 3 of those and done the quiz at the very end of the assignment, you're going to hit reply on this email and you're going to be letting me know how you did on those quizzes by giving me your scores. Let's go through what a typical assignment will look like and the steps that you're going to take when you're ready to work. So once you got that assignment email from me and you saw that the first item listed on there was Math Introduction to Fractions, you would then log into Canvas. When you log into Canvas, you are going to see all of your courses show up just like this. This is called the card view of courses. They look like little apps. And the first thing you're going to do when you log in is you're always going to go to your homeroom course. see in that second row, it says Mo Learns Homeroom Zone 2. That's a course that you should always click on and look at every single time you log in, because there you're going to find important things like new announcements. Click where it says announcements to read any new announcements that we have up. Anything important, I'm going to put it there. You're also going to see your vacation dates. You'll see when we have time off from the classroom, and just anything important is going to go on there. Then you'll be ready to start that introduction to fractions if that's the assignment that you need to do. So to do that, you would click on the math course. And then once on the math course, you're going to click on modules to get into the actual different lessons that are within the math course. Okay, so you're looking for Introduction to Fractions, and you open up the modules and you see the first thing listed is Basic Math, and there's a bunch of different lessons under Basic Math. Introduction to Fractions is not under that, so you can actually click on that little upside down triangle by Basic Math, click on that, and all those lessons under Basic Math will disappear, and all you'll see is Basic Math. It just kind of cleans up your screen a little bit, and you can get rid of any section, make it smaller that you're not currently working on. Continue to look down and you're going to find Introduction to Fractions. You can see it here, and you're going to see all the different worksheets that you need to do. Anytime you finish one of those worksheets, it's going to put a little green check mark to the right of the name of the worksheet, and that's a way for you to be able to keep track of what you haven't done and what you have done. You do need to do everything in order. You know, if you get maybe 3 worksheets done in one day and you need to stop, go to work, or do something else around the house, the next time you log in, you will see that you are on that same spot. You can see by the green checks, you'll know exactly where to start again. This is just an example of a typical worksheet. This is Intro to Fractions worksheet number 1. To get to the bottom of this worksheet, you will use the slide scroll bar on the side, and you'll go all the way down to the bottom to get to the bottom of the page. You also see the previous and next buttons that you can push, so you can go back and look at what you've already gone over. You can go forward to the next page. I, again, am going to remind you that I want you to be taking notes on every worksheet that you go over. As you go through your work, you're going to see practice problems. You can see examples of some of those here. This is something that you're actually going to see on your computer, but I want you to do these practice problems in your notebook so that you have a permanent copy of them, something that you can look back at. Do these in your notebook. It says click here for answers. You're going to click on that. You're going to actually grade these on your own, look over them on your own. If you're doing poorly on these, stop. Copy and paste me a couple of problems in an email so I can help you, or maybe go to the Facebook page and ask for help from other students. Just get help before you move on to the next worksheet. It's important. Math builds on itself, and it's super important that you understand the material from one worksheet before you go on to the next one. Once you've done all of the worksheets in any given section, you're going to see all the green check marks going down to the right side of your screen, and you're going to see that the next thing that you need to do is the quiz at the end of the section. So go ahead and click on the quiz. Don't click on it until you're actually ready to take it, because if you click on it and click back out of it, it'll think that you already took the quiz and just didn't put any answers down. So make sure you're actually ready to do it. It's 20 questions. And then once you're done with the quiz, click submit. After you've submitted the quiz, it's going to give you the option to go ahead and look through the quiz. It'll show you which ones you have correct, which ones you got wrong. Go through that. It's really important that you are able to see your mistakes, understand why you got something wrong, make sure you understand what the correct answer is. Again, if you don't understand your mistakes, copy and paste them to me in an email, ask for help, make sure you understand that material. You do have the option on every single quiz, whether it's in math, grammar, reading, science, social studies, you have the option to take that quiz more than one time. You can take them twice. And I recommend that you do that if you score under a 15 out of 20. Again, you can take any quiz more than one time. Now, for our math sections, we actually have two quizzes for each section. So just in math, you can take that first quiz twice, but then after that, there's also a second quiz. Some of my students that even do really well on that first quiz like to do the second quiz for extra practice. The second quiz is a different quiz. But if you took that first quiz twice and you still haven't got a 15 out of 20 or above, for sure go ahead and do that second quiz. Again, that's math only. There's quiz 1 and quiz 2. So if you were done with math, you did introduction to fractions, you feel comfortable with your score that you received there, then you go back to that email, look and see that you still have a grammar assignment to do and a science assignment to do. Do those. Once you're done with all three of them, click reply on the email that I sent you and write down your scores. Now, when you report your scores to me, if you're retyping the quiz names, don't just say in math, I got an 18 out of 20. You need to say in Introduction to Fractions, I got an 18 out of 20. Don't say in science, I got a 17 out of 20. You need to say in earth science, I got a 17 out of 20. I need to know the specific name of the quiz that you took. So you're done. You've reported all three scores to me. You hit send. I get the email. I'm going to look over your work and I'm going to give you your new weekly assignment based on what you just sent me. Now, if you finish your weekly assignment in 2 days, so it only took you 2 days instead of a full week to do it, you can go ahead and send it to me and I'm right away going to send you your new assignment. That's a way that you can get more work to do in any given week. If for some reason you're ready to report your scores to me and you can't remember one of the scores that you got on your quiz, you can go ahead and log into that course. Over on the left, click on grades, and it's going to show you all the quizzes for that course and the grades that you've received for the ones that you've done. So you can look up that quiz and remind yourself the score you got and then report it to me. And you can do that for any of your courses. If for some weird reason you forgot the grade that you got, maybe you've done all three, but you did Introduction to Fractions several days ago and you can't remember that grade, you can click on that course. You'd click on the math course, go into grades over there on the left side, and you'll be able to see, find the Introduction to Fraction, quiz 1 and quiz 2, and it'll show you the grade you got so that then you can email me and let me know the grade. And you can do that in any of your courses. Okay, so just as a reminder, anytime you need a new assignment, you need to report your scores from the last assignment that I gave you to do, or you need to email me and ask me for your assignments. You can't just log into Canvas and see what assignments you need to do. All assignments come from me to you in an email. I want to talk just a little bit about the different courses that you are enrolled in Canvas. Again, you see that molearns.com classroom news. That's the one I want you to go into every single time you log into Canvas. Do a quick check there, see if there's anything new or important that I need to tell you about. One of the other courses that you will be enrolled in is called Plato and Mentum. If I'm going to give you an assignment to do in that course, I will send it to you through email. I will give you specific instructions to work in that course. There's a course up here called Extra Credit. That is something that I want you to look at once a week. Just pick a day in the week that you're going to be working online. Go in there. There will be one assignment in there per week. It's great practice for your reading, science, and social studies HSE subtests. So I do recommend that you do that once a week. It'll only take you about 25 to 30 minutes to do, and you do not need to report to me that you have done it. I'll be able to log in and see that you did that. The other course that you're enrolled in is called Live Lesson Course. If you click on that, you're going to see a list of different lessons that our teachers are doing live. What I'm doing right now, talking to you, is an example of a live lesson. You will be on there in real time with the teacher. The teacher can put up a PowerPoint. She can show you a math problem. She can talk to you about an essay lesson. You'll be able to hear the teacher talking live. So on Mondays or early in the week, click on there and just see the different lessons that are available from all of our teachers. See if any of them work with your schedule. These are optional, but I do recommend that you try one and see if you like it. A lot of our students really like this way to be able to interact with other students and teachers. And this is just a different way to be able to learn materials online. Let's talk just a little bit more about email since that's the primary way that you and I are going to be communicating with each other. One of your jobs is to be checking your email daily. Even if you're not going to be working online on a certain day, I want you to log in, check your inbox in your email, check your junk or spam file also, because sometimes files that I send you are large or they have attachments. And even if you have me listed as a preferred contact in your email, it's going to go to your junk mail. So be checking that, see if there's anything from me. If there is, please don't wait to answer the email from me. If I ask you a question in it, if I'm telling you to set up your testing, please do that right away. These are the two different emails that I use when I send you an email. My main address is the parkwayschools.net address. That's the one where you're going to get the majority of the emails from. But sometimes if I send you an email through Canvas, it's going to come from this notifications@instructure.com. Just know that that is also a message from me. To review, in order to stay an active student in this class, you need to be communicating with me on a daily basis. Remember, I'm going to be sending you weekly assignments. You need to get those done in a timely manner and report your scores to me. If for some reason you cannot get them done in a timely manner, please email me and let me know what's going on. I know sometimes things just come up and there's nothing we can do about it. Let me know what's going on and we'll discuss it and see what we can do to keep you moving forward. Also, another thing that I'm going to be asking you to do is to return to that same place where you did your initial tape testing. You're going to be returning and taking another test. We have you do this approximately every 60 days. The reason we have you do this is so that we can compare your testing at the beginning to testing that you took after you've done some studying. We can see the progress that you are making in our class. If you're not making progress, we can evaluate that and decide what we're going to do new. But this is a requirement to stay in this course. So what will happen is I will send you an email that says you need to post test, you need to set that up. When you get that email from me, please get that testing set up right away. Once you get the testing set up, send me an email and let me know what day you're going to be testing and where you're going to be going to do your testing. Once I know when you're going to be testing and where you're going to be going to do your testing, I will send you your testing ticket. This is an example of what the testing ticket will look like. You need to take this in with you to the testing facility. That testing facility does not know what specific tests you need to take. They cannot have you test without this testing ticket, so make sure that you have it with you. And then once you're done testing, please also send me an email to let me know that you're done so I can get in the system and retrieve those testing scores. So your next step is to email me, let me know that when you're completely done with the orientation, and I will be sending you your next assignment. As your teacher, I am here to help you at any point in this process. Whenever you have a question, email me, text me through the Remind app. Please ask for help. I'll be chatting with you very soon.